Hey everybody, Joe Lowry. Happy Wednesday, hump day. That's right, folks. I call it the week's middle finger. We're halfway there, folks. The weekend is just about here. I can practically taste it. And believe it or not, today is July 26th, and it's National All or Nothing Day, as well as National Aunt and Uncle Day. So make sure you call your aunts and uncles and tell them, hey, it's All or Nothing Day. But boom. Well, it looks like the AL East leading Red Sox made some moves by acquiring the San Francisco Giant third baseman Eduardo Nunez. This is exactly what the Red Sox need, folks. The 30-year-old hit 308 in 76 games so far with San Fran this season. He has reached base safely 40 in his last 42 games. He's a right-handed bat, a proven guy. This is an offensive guy that we so desperately need. And the Red Sox also brought up their 20-year-old prospect, Rafael Devers, who just hit a solo home run. That's his first major league hit. Congratulations. Right now the Sox lead the Mariners 4-0. This hopefully should help the subpar offense. They're currently closing out their series with Seattle as we speak, and tomorrow they fly home as they host the Royals this weekend over at Fenway. And tomorrow, 9:15, folks, got to get to Foxborough. First day of NFL training camp for the Patriots. Bill Belichick walked to the podium this morning with a pencil tucked behind his right ear like he always does. And he said the usual stuff. There's a long way to go. We're looking forward to get going. We'll take it one day at a time. Put one foot in the front of the other. Good fundamentals and all that good stuff. But he also made note that Belichick did announce in his way that they will have some joint practices with Detroit Lions coming up during their training camp. They'll also include 3 sessions up to the August 25th preseason game with the Lions. They'll also practice with the Jaguars and Houston's before the preseason matches against them. And they asked why the third and fourth team practices, and he says he thought it'd be beneficial to the team. You know what happens when they mix these squads together, folks? They end up getting into some rough matches. I've seen some fights occur out of this. So, anyways, on to some Celtics news. Danny Ainge today, hip surgery has been ruled out for Celtics All-Star point guard Isaiah Thomas. Danny Ainge also went on to say that he severely aggravated his injury during Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. He has resumed light work on the court. He's been ramping up his cardiovascular, and he's actually making good progress, the president said. Also, he's out on the court. He's shooting full speed on the stationary bike, as well as working in the swimming pool. That's good. No surgery for Isaiah Thomas. And again, what is going on with these airlines? I got to tell you, Delta Airlines is apologizing today after an argument between a pilot and a flight attendant delayed a flight from New York to Portland, Maine. I guess crew members were replaced before the plane took off. The incident did not affect the professional of the airline, except from employees, whatever that means. The company is currently investigating the confrontation. The flight was getting ready to take off LaGuardia Airport. The pilot called the flight attendant a derogatory name after the two argued in front of the passengers inside the aisle. I ask you right now, why is there no video of this incident on social media? We get everything else, but we can't get this one? Interesting point. Well, Netflix, that animated, will be coming out with an animated adult comedy fantasy series. Oh my God, this is crazy. Simpsons creator Matt Groening announced that the streaming giant grabbed 20 episodes of the show called Disenchantment. This series is described as one where viewers will be whisked away to the crumbling medieval kingdom of Dreamland, where they will follow the misadventures of the hard-drinking young Princess Bean and her feisty elf companion Elfo and her personal demon Lucci. Along the way, the oddball trio will encounter ogres and sprites and imps and trolls and walruses and lots of human fools. Ultimately, though, Disenchantment will be about life, death, love, and sex, and how to keep laughing in a world full of suffering idiots. And despite the elders and wizards and what other jerks tell you, Groening said in a statement, the feature will have some feature voices from Abby Jackson, Nat Faxon, Elfo and Eric Andre, as well as Billy West, who is the voice of Doug. I didn't know if you know that. Shout out to Jack West out there for you. Well, just letting everybody know, not that we care or not, that Justin Bieber canceled his tour due to a spiritual awakening. And to believe I thought he was awake this whole time. I don't get it. Who knew? Anyways, here's one for you. Nike. Well, their CEO, Mike Parker, he's taking a 71% pay cut this year. You know, that's right. He's going to make only $13.9 million from all the stock and options and all that stuff. You know, they had to cut corners and so forth because they only made $47.6 million last year. And he's one of the best paid CEOs in America. They also cut the pay of their other top executives. It's a tough time for the company because right now, sales are weak in the U.S. Their stock is suffering at the competition of Adidas. In June, Nike announced plans to lay off more than 1,000 workers. Does that seem right? They're making all these multi-million dollars and more than 1,000 workers are still getting the boot. I just don't get that stuff. Anyways, here's something you might get. Some Lyft customers soon will be noticing something different in their app. Taco Mode. That's right. The ride-sharing company, along with the fast food giant whose customers overlap a great deal, are teaming up to drive hungry passengers to the nearest Taco Bell for a free taco on the route to their final destination. This is pretty cool. The service is beginning as an experiment Thursday in Orange County, California, but it's expected to expand nationally in 2018. Initially, about 15 Lyft vehicles are already wrapped in the festive taco wallpaper that will partake in the taco mode. Actually, a tablet in the vehicles will display the menu, and the passengers will receive souvenirs. And if they do use the taco mode, they might be able to place their order at the drive-thru window, and eventually they'll maybe order their food through the Lyft app. That's pretty cool. So it's ready when they arrive at Taco Bell. Wow, this is crazy. I guess Uber previously done its own series of lighthearted promotions that they actually delivered puppies and ice creams to customers. Wow, that's pretty wild. Finally, I want to give a shout out to OnSource's own Jacob Gervin. That's right, he's from Brockton. He's the latest to subscribe to What a Day. Jacob found out the easy way how to subscribe. He clicked on the button because it's absolutely, positively free. That's right. Visit my channel, www.youtube.com/whataday. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.